Hey guys, I hope you're all having an amazing, uplifting, positive day. I hope you're staying hydrated like I am, so grab some water. And in today's video, I'm going to have a very cozy, chit-chatty, girls talk type of get ready with me. This is going to be my autumn/fall, but also my birthday makeup tutorial. I'm going to use some new makeup products that I'm super excited to test out with you. This is, for example, a perfect palette for fall, as well as the lip color. But not only that, the topic of today's Get Ready With Me is going to be 25 things I've learned in the 25 years that I've been on this planet. I'm going to start with my makeup first, and the first thing that I like to do after my skincare is to apply a very light layer of powder. This is like a TikTok hack that I watched one time, and then I go in with illuminating primer. This is the Hollywood Glow from Charlotte Tilbury. I actually have been going foundation free recently, and the concealer that I always use is the MAC Pro Longwear. I think it's time to start talking about my first life lesson. It is okay not to be okay, and it's also totally okay to ask for help. And this lesson really focuses on mental health, which is something that I always found very important, and I definitely have struggled with this a lot, especially in my younger years, but also currently with the pandemic. I wanted to quickly mention something that I find really important, and that is asking for help and therapy. Now, I know that therapy is something that is slowly getting more normalized in our generation, which I think is great. Especially now in COVID, it can be really hard to deal with isolation, with loneliness, with this sudden extreme change of your day-to-day life. So therapy can be super useful to anyone who feels like they need it. But unfortunately, during these times, it can also be hard to find a specialist, to find a therapist. That's why I'm really excited to be partnering with BetterHelp, and they're also sponsoring this video. I honestly love what BetterHelp stands for, and I love that I'm able to use my platform to bring awareness to something so important as mental health and seeking help and breaking the stigma of going into therapy. BetterHelp is an online platform where you can find your own licensed professional therapist, and you can do it all being at home. So how BetterHelp works is that you have to start filling out a brief questionnaire with personal information about you. After you filled out the questionnaire with those results, BetterHelp is going to connect you with a licensed professional therapist that they think that fits you and what you're looking for, your needs. And that happens within 48 hours, and then you're able to schedule your sessions. I quickly wanted to emphasize that BetterHelp is not a crisis line, but it's also not self-help. These are actual licensed professional therapists. The only difference is that you're not going into a physical office, but you're staying at home. There's different ways for you to connect with your licensed professional therapist. You can either have chats, but they also do Zoom calls, video calls, normal calls. So whatever suits you. If you just want to text, or if you actually want to look at someone's face, there are different options. So the great thing is that this is 100% remote and available worldwide, so it doesn't matter where you live. You will never have to go to those awkward waiting rooms, and you can just enjoy it from the comforts of your home. In most cases, BetterHelp is also way more affordable, and they also offer financial help. So if you use the link betterhelp.com/Lilia, you will get 10% off your first month. And I will have linked it in the description box down below. What comes up must come down again. I've always believed that life is not about avoiding the bad and only focusing on the good. I feel like our generation holds the law of attraction so dearly, which is think positively because that will attract positive things, and think negatively and that will attract negative things. I don't want to discredit anyone that believes in the law of attraction. I think it's a beautiful thing, but me personally, I always felt like the law of attraction didn't really answer certain questions and frustrations I had with life. I would have the most positive mindset ever, yet still not succeed in certain things that I really wanted. Or I could be in the lowest of lows and then all of a sudden something great would happen, even though I wasn't thinking positively at all. So for me, the law of attraction was always kind of a pseudoscience, a very westernized idea of Taoism. So in Taoism, life is both embracing the good and the bad. If you want to have a full experience in life, you cannot just focus your attention on the good and completely ignore the bad, because bad things will always happen. It's inevitable and it's part of life. And life itself is also not interested in making you achieve your dreams, in creating the opportunities that you want, in giving you the things that you desire. Life simply is. And life is filled with opposing influences or forces that are constantly trying to tip the scale over from one side to the other side. And in this life, I think our greatest goal is to find balance. And finding balance means that you have the inner strength, both mentally, physically, spiritually, to deal with the bad times, but also appreciate and be grateful of the good times. So that's why I think in life, everything that goes up will always goes down. You cannot gain something without also losing something else. On to life lesson number 3, while I powder my under eyes. The older I get, the more that I realize that the happiest moments of my life are the moments that I wake up early, I do my yoga session, my yoga ritual, I make myself a lovely foamy oat milk vanilla latte, and I give a kiss to my boyfriend, a morning kiss to my boyfriend. Those very little small things bring so much inner peace and happiness and fulfillment. Those little things that seem very unnecessary, unimportant, replaceable, are actually one of my happiest moments in life. Having a daily morning routine, your morning ritual, is so valuable, and yeah, I cannot live without it. I just primed my eyes with the NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base, and now I'm going on, what should I do? I'm going to do bronzer. I'm using the Laura Mercier Soleil bronzer, matte bronzing powder with, oopsie, I dropped my brush, with the Zoeva 127 Luxe Sheer Cheek brush. On to lesson number 4. Don't compare yourself to others or to yourself. I feel like the first sentence or the first part of the sentence is quite obvious. Everyone always says, don't compare yourself to others, everyone is living their own life, and I really agree with that. However, I also think that you should not compare yourself to yourself. Let me explain. I believe that saying things such as, I want to be the best version of me, I want to better myself, I want to be better than I was yesterday, are, even though they are meant well, they're actually quite toxic and self-deprecating thoughts. Because think about it this way. If you're saying that you want to be the best version of you, that implies that the version that you are currently is not the best version of you. So that means that right now you should not be satisfied with the person that you are today. That also means that the versions of you that you were in the past are also not satisfactory to your ultimate potential. Only maybe the day that you die, at the end of your life, you reached your full potential. You are the version of you that completely accomplished everything that you did. But all these versions before, they were not the best version of you, so there was always something wrong with them. So with that reasoning, I believe that every version of you is good enough. Every version of you is different, and every version of you has good and bad things, and you shouldn't feel like your previous versions were not good enough and that you're better now, but that in the future you're going to be your best. So right now you're not even good enough either. No, that's a toxic mentality. So instead, don't compare yourself to others, but also not to you. Every person is good. Every version of you is valid. Every day is a new day, which means that every day you can wake up and you choose whatever person you want to be. This has been a thought based in Jean-Paul Sartre's and Simone de Beauvoir's existentialism, which is something that has benefited my mental health and my thinking process and patterns so much. Every day is a new day for me to choose whatever person I want to be. And if I'm sad, that means that I choose to be sad. If I feel lesser than other people, that means that I choose to feel that. And I can also choose not to feel that. And I can choose whatever person I want to be each and every morning. So if I want to reinvent myself, if I want to be a different person, I don't have to wait. I can actually start now. I have the ability to start now. And that was a very empowering thought to me. And I also, by the way, just applied my blush, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop Blusher in First Love. Friendships that end or people that leave your life, don't devalue the memories and the good times that you had with them. Over the course of my life, I had to say goodbye to quite a few friends, especially moving abroad. Some friendships just naturally ended, but other friendships also ended in misunderstanding. And that is something that me, as a very non-confrontational person, found really hard to deal with. And every time this would happen, I would have a very bitter aftertaste in my mouth about all our memories, about our whole friendship. The thing that I realized is that friendships or people should not be measured in a continuum. So in the continuum of your whole relationship. Instead, you should value them in the moment. Right now, you might have a person in your life, or rather not in your life, that you used to be very close with. But that doesn't mean that everything you shared with that person, all the good times you had with that person, were fake and a lie. You can still value that person and the friendship that you shared at that time in your life. And that is how you should value that person. Not over the whole continuum, but just as a momentary event in your life. To not give up on your dreams, but to also be able to let go of your dreams if your dreams are changing. So it is okay to want different things for yourself now than you wanted 5 years ago, 2 years ago, even last week. Something that my mom would always tell me, and it's something that I hold very dearly and something that I like to live my life by. And that is that you are magical. You are magic. I strongly, truly believe that every person has their inner power, uniqueness, or I like to say magic in them. So by the way, for my makeup look, I'm just applying a gold shade all over my lid, and then in my crease I'm applying this dark peachy color. I don't really know how to describe this color, but it's very pigmented and very beautiful, and it accentuates my blue eyes even more, which I love doing. And I just put it in my crease and also a little bit on my lower lash line, but not too much. I kind of did it a little bit too much because I have a little bit of a round, droopy eye. So I like to do more of a winged liner and leave my bottom lash quite natural. Lesson number 10. No one knows what the F they're doing. And if they seem like they do, trust me, they don't, because we all have no clue what's going to happen in the future. And I feel like the pandemic is the #1 example of how even everyday, day-to-day normalcy that we all took for granted can disappear just like that. So that's a very important lesson. I'm now grabbing quite a small brush and I'm going to try out this beautiful I don't know, eggplant auburn shade with a lot of glitter. I don't know how to describe this color. I have the hardest time describing colors. I'm so sorry. Train your brain to get rid of toxicity and negative thoughts you're telling yourself. This is such an important thing. I personally am 100% guilty of this, but I am a huge perfectionist, and sometimes I can be so mean and harsh towards me. I can be my own worst critic. I can, completely put myself down with the way that I speak to myself in my mind, in my thoughts. So I think it's very important to check yourself and to check how you talk to yourself and to rewire the way you think about you and make that a positive and uplifting way instead of a toxic and pessimistic way. Admitting that you're wrong is a sign of strength. This is something I also found quite hard to do when I was younger, because I would feel like I was defeated in an argument or anything like that. But the older I get, the more I realize that I am not trying to be right. I am trying to become more educated and wise and to learn new things in this life. And it's impossible for a human being to always be right. So I think it shows a lot of strength if you're able to accept your defeat, to accept that you are wrong, to acknowledge your mistakes, and to grow from there. When things don't go your way, that doesn't mean that you have failed. That only means that there's space for new opportunities to come into your life. Sometimes we can be so fixated on a certain thing that we want in life, and once we have not achieved that certain thing, we can feel like we failed. It's never a failure, and it's always a lesson. And whenever things don't work out for you, that just means that something better is waiting for you. Lesson number 14 is to do your taxes monthly. I know this is such a random lesson, less philosophical, more practical, but ever since I started doing my taxes monthly rather than annually, it has changed my life. This is especially important for all my self-employed gals, all my gals that run their own business. But doing your taxes monthly will save you such a big mess at the end of the year or whenever you're filing taxes. So I like to keep up with my finances every month so that at the end of the year I could just send everything to my accountant and I'm good. You're never too old to start. If you want to start something new, do it, girl or boy, because it's never too late to start something new. Trust your intuition. When I was younger, I had the hardest time trusting my intuition because my mom was a very intuitive person. She would always sense if something was wrong. I don't want to go into it in too much details, but I would say that my mom has a crazy intense intuition, or maybe sixth sense. I don't know how to call it. I actually also have a healer in my family. My grandpa was a healer, and because my mom had such a strong intuition and I was a little rebel, I always thought, screw intuition, logic is the way to go. So I would never really listen to my gut feeling and I would just trust, I guess, my logic. But the older that I've gotten, the more accepting I have become of my inner magic. Again, like my mom said, I guess of my spirituality and of the accuracy, I guess, of my intuition, especially when it comes to people. And it helped me out so much listening to my intuition, because most of the time, pretty much all the time, my intuition knows it's never wrong. So I would definitely say trust your intuition. Oh, and by the way, my brow product that I'm using is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the color 3.75. People who judge you or judge things that you enjoy, things that make you happy, are not people you want in your life. You should never feel bad for liking certain hobbies, for being passionate about certain things. If people judge you like that, then you should not have those type of people in your life. Instead of trying to change you, get rid of those people. I'm now going to add a little bit of this middle gold highlighter to my nose, the tip of my nose. as well as my nose bridge, but not completely, just between my eyes. Time for the next lesson. Forgiveness is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Whenever you forgive a person, it's not for the other person, it's for you. Because if you forgive a person, you're able to let go of them. You're able to let go of whatever they did to you, whatever pain they caused you. So yeah, forgiveness will never be for the other person. You forgive a person for yourself. Now it's time for liquid eyeliner. I'm going to do a winged liner, a cat liner, like I always do, and this is the Catrice Cosmetics It's Easy Tattoo Liner Waterproof. It's not 100% waterproof, but it's definitely quite long wearing. I really like it, and it's also super affordable. So I stamp it and then I drag it down. So now it's time for mascara, and I use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes. Is to not apologize for having passion and big dreams, especially not to men. Those are very toxic mentalities, and you don't have to explain your dreams and your ambitions to other people, especially people that don't understand them. And I've unfortunately disproportionately had this type of judgment from men throughout my life. I would always hear a lot of judgment from men. So never let a man bring you down for having big dreams. And lesson number 20 is that time is our greatest gift. That also means that whoever you spend time with, you should really value that. You should really see that as an investment. Don't waste your time on people that don't deserve it, or on things that you don't enjoy or not important to you, because even though time is free, it's literally our most valuable, our most precious gift in this life. So treat it accordingly. The lashes I always wear are these from Ardell. These are the Demi Wispies in the faux mink version. Society's definition of success, fulfillment and happiness does not equate to yours. Our society can really influence how we think, and we can feel so peer pressured into wanting certain things that society tells us that equals success and equals fulfillment and prestige. And I really struggled with that when I decided not to pursue a career in the legal world, continue with being an entrepreneur, and focus on expanding my stationery business and being a YouTuber and influencer full-time. I would feel like I failed myself. I would feel like I wasn't good enough, that I could have a prestigious job and now I'm just a basic influencer, but that's not true at all. I know I'm not that way, but sometimes society would make me feel that way. But it's really important that you stick to you and what you find important, and not to feel pressured by these societal norms of what is good and what is success and happiness and what isn't. You define that on your own terms. The next lesson is, look at this difference. How big is this difference? I totally feel like it looks like I have two different eyes just by applying some lashes. The next lesson is about boys and dating, and this is my number one advice I give to every friend of mine that asks me about if a guy likes them or not. If a guy likes you, you will know. If you're not sure if he likes you, he doesn't like you. Boys or men are honestly quite simple. If they want you, they're going to ask to hang out with you. They're going to want to spend time with you. They're going to text you. They're going to message you. They're going to put in effort to show you that you're interesting to them, that they want you, that they like you. And if you're confused, if you're getting only late night booty calls, if he is very all over the place with his attention towards you, if he just leaves you very confused, that means that he doesn't like you. For my lips, I'm going to use the MAC Whirl lip pencil. This is my all-time favorite lip pencil. And then I'm going to top it off with the lip gloss from Pat McGrath that I mentioned before. And this is such a beautiful color. Look at that color. Oh my god, I love it. It's so sparkly. perfect for fall or even Christmas. I'm finishing it off with the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow because I love that glow. And with that, my makeup is done. And now it is time for my hair, which is a mess right now. So I'm quickly going to blow dry it. I just finished blow drying my hair off camera and now it is time to curl my hair. I always use the Kristen S 1 1/4 inch curling wand. You need to try things in order to know what you want and don't want. And this goes for education, for jobs, for your style, your fashion sense, and for men. I've definitely learned throughout the years that you cannot avoid making mistakes. In order for you to know what you want in life, you have to try out things. You have to risk things. You have to be able to take the plunge and to experience certain things, people, whatever it may be, before you actually know what you want and you don't want. Every relationship that I had taught me what I do and don't want in the future. And I feel like if I didn't have all these experiences, I would never have figured out what I wanted, and I would never have found the man that I have today that is everything I ever wished for. And that makes me extremely happy. So without having all these trials, I guess, I would have never discovered what I want and need from my partner. And this goes, again, to any type of thing in your life, any aspect of your life. So guys, I just finished curling my hair and I think it looks really beautiful, and now the only thing that is left is to pick out an outfit. 2 options, and it would mean a lot to me if you could vote down below and tell me which outfit you prefer. But before I'm going to change into my birthday outfit, I wanted to share my final 25th life lesson that I learned in 25 years. And that is that you are a reflection of the people around you. I personally believe that it is so important to surround yourself with people that are motivating, uplifting, kind, genuine, and that just are a blessing to be around with, because those people have a conscious but also a subconscious effect on how you are as a person. Aside from copying certain manners or having certain jokes together, things like that, I really believe that the people close to you are a reflection of you. They kind of symbolize different parts of who you are, and that is why it is so important to only hang out and to only have yourself surrounded by people that have the best at heart for you, and to cut out any toxic, any negative people that don't serve you. You don't need that energy in your life. So this is my first birthday outfit option. I'm wearing this beautiful dress that is designed by my lovely friend Yasmin. This is called her Yasmin collection, and I will link her in the description box down below. But this dress is honestly so stunning. It really reminds me of my Stationery print. This is my luxurious toile de jour print, and if this isn't the perfect match, I don't know what is. I think it looks so cute together. But yeah, I paired it with my Gucci Dionysus bag, my nude small Gucci belt, and then these shoes, I'll show you guys, from Lulu's. So let me know if you like this outfit more or outfit number 2. And this is outfit number 2. Happens to be also a dress from Yasmin, Yasmin's collection, and it is this beautiful Zimmermann inspired dress with all these intricate detailing, with a high neck and a really cute, almost like an A-line skirt, and I think it looks so nice, so luxurious and almost royal. I paired it with the same shoes and then with my Chloe Now bag. So let me know in the comments down below which outfit you prefer. And with that being said, I'm also going to end this video that I think ended up being so long. Let me know in the comments below a life lesson that you have learned. Doesn't have to be in 25 years, can be whatever age you are. And let me know which outfit you prefer and you think I should wear on my birthday. And with that being said, I all wish you a wonderful day and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye guys!